There's a lot of things you should be doing in your garden here in WA right now if you want the garden to grow incredibly well through this autumn period and well into winter. For a start, grab a bag of fertiliser. It's time to feed. Applying a faster release plant food at the moment will help push strong growth and support your plants. You need to use a plant food that has a rich source of trace elements, particularly ones we lack here in WA, like iron and magnesium. Mulching is something you have to do now. Apply mulch and you will smother out weed seeds that emerge as the first winter rains arrive. Now, always use a good quality mix, but how much you apply, well, that makes a big difference. Take a look at this here. Now, if you're talking about saving water, the recommendation is 50 to 100 mil deep. But if you want to smother out weeds, let me tell you, I've done some research, 100 mil deep layer makes such a big difference. So spread it nice and thick, it'll stop weed seeds germinating, and that'll save you a heap of work during the winter. Speaking of weeds, if you've got weed seeds coming up and you're about to mulch, make sure you grab yourself one of these tools. This is the handiest tool a gardener can have in the garden. It's a 3-prong cultivator. Turn your soil over, it's going to turn over any weed seeds, bury them deeper into the soil. Even better, it'll bury any germinating weeds deep into the soil, which means, well, pretty much no weed problems at all. One more thing, this is the best aerobic exercise you'll get. It's good for the arm and chest muscles too. 15 minutes a day, every day, over 3 weeks, and you'll feel fantastic, but even better than that, your garden will start looking amazing. In poor quality soils, adding soil conditioner and clay in sandy soils is an absolute game changer. The improvement in the soil when you add clay is permanent. This one has silt and rock minerals, ensuring super strong growth right from the beginning. Lastly, now is a great time to take cuttings of plants. I had one straggly goji berry. I've cut back the stems and taken cuttings, and within just a couple of weeks, they've dropped roots. There are so many plants that grow well like this, including citrus, gardenias, and herbs like rosemary and thyme. Now remember, the most important thing to gardening success right here in WA is having local gardening advice. That's why this show is so good. But if you want to grab a book, well, keep your eye out for the West Australian Garden Guide. It's packed full of absolutely brilliant advice on a whole range of different topics, and it will help you have a beautiful garden. If you want some specific advice on soils, have a look at that. Now, that is a map of the West Australian sand plain that we all live and garden on, and it'll tell you how to keep your garden looking good. And it's part of this book, Delish from Garden to Table, which is all about growing edible plants. Of course, both of them written right here in WA.